How's it going, everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be going over all things related to the Siege of Sulfur event in New World, so you can get the most out of this awesome event. But first, please consider giving the video a like, and subscribing to the channel helps out massively. Now, let's get into it. This year's Siege of Sulfur event will start on February 4th and last 20 days, ending on the 24th. During this period, Dunewalker mages will be transporting sandworm eggs to secure locations across Aeternum. However, sometimes the carts they use to transport the eggs will break down, and all the mages can do is cast a shield to protect their precious cargo, trying to hold off the inevitable onslaught of sulfur elementals that swarm the eggs. That's where we come in, the people of Aeternum. We must band together and rush to aid the mages in protecting the sandworm eggs. In exchange for our help, we'll be rewarded with fun and unique event-themed rewards. But now that we know the lore behind the event, let's go into a bit more detail. For starters, these eggs that need protecting can spawn in several locations in Brightwood, Evanscale Reach, Eden Grove, Morningdale, and Brimstone Sands. You'll see an egg icon appear on the map, as seen on screen, and if there's a glowing ring around the icon, you'll know the event is in progress, so head on over to it and lend a hand. The event plays out like a wave-clearing minigame, with stronger and stronger waves of enemies attacking the 3 eggs you must defend. It's very simple, and after you defeat the 6 waves of enemies that are attacking your eggs, you'll receive rewards based on how many eggs survive the ordeal. The mobs you'll face can be tricky to take down though, if you don't have enough people helping out, as it's recommended to have at least 10 players defending eggs in the event, with a recommended player level of at least 60. Because your success in this event depends on how many people are actually doing it, if you really want the rewards from the event, it's worth going for them as soon as possible. That's because during the first few days that the event goes live, there'll be tons of people grinding it out to get their rewards, making getting 3 egg saves very easy. But slowly, as more and more people get all the rewards thereafter, less people will actually be doing the event, making it harder to complete. Thankfully, there's a couple of really good daily rewards you can receive from this event that we will go over shortly, that should at least keep enough people doing the event daily for the duration of the event, so there should never be a point where it's impossible to successfully defend at least 1 egg. Also, during this period, keep an eye out on the recruitment chat, as many people will be forming egg defense groups and shouting out where the group is heading to next, so join up with the group and get defending those eggs. Now, let's go over the fun stuff, the rewards. Starting with the standard rewards, which there's no daily limit for, so if any of these sound like maybe something you need, you can grind this event out hard. If by the end of an egg defense, you're only left with 1 out of 3 eggs, you'll receive the following rewards: 1 gear score 700 procedural weapon or armor piece, some level appropriate consumables, a chance at some random loot, including refining resources, perk items, rare resources, or crafting schematics, and a 50% chance to earn 1 obsidian gypsum with a limit of 3 per day. If your group performed well, and you managed to defend 2 out of 3 eggs, your rewards will be buffed up a bit, and instead, you'd receive the following: 1 to 2 gear score 700 procedural weapons or armor pieces, some level appropriate consumables, a chance at some random loot, including refining resources, perk items, rare resources, or crafting schematics, and an 80% chance to earn 1 obsidian gypsum, with again, a limit of 3 per day. And finally, if your team performed flawlessly, and all 3 eggs were defended, you could stand to earn the following: 2 gear score 700 procedural weapons or armor pieces, some level appropriate consumables, a chance at some random loot, including refining resources, perk items, rare resources, or crafting schematics, and a guaranteed obsidian gypsum with a limit of 3 per day. Now, that's some pretty decent rewards in there you could be getting, but the really fun and unique prizes come from the bonus rewards you could stand to earn during this event. These rewards are known as Siege of Sulfur spoils, and can be earned up to 3 times a day, with the daily limit being reset every day at 5 AM local time. Inside these loot boxes, there's some pretty fun rewards. For starters, each cache guarantees you 100 dark matter, 1 700 gear score, event-themed weapon of at least epic rarity that comes with enchanted as a locked perk, and 1 700 gear score, event-themed armor piece of at least epic rarity, and health as a locked perk. This alone is great to not only get you tons of dark matter, which is always helpful in upgrading your gear, but you can also get some pretty nice pieces of stepping stone gear on your way to max gear score. Or even if your build is already finished up, it's still worth going after these pieces for the transmog. But the rewards don't stop there. You also have a 30% chance from each of these caches to get 1 of 6 pieces of legendary named 710 gear score gear. As you see on screen, these pieces are the Oasis of Life Lifestaff, the Heatstroke Blunderbuss, the Stalker's Sand Hatchet, the Dune Wind's Ice Gauntlets, the Sunseal Light Chestwear, and the Bloodwalker Light Footwear. Some of these pieces are also really great pieces of stepping stone gear to get for your account, or even just to collect for the transmog, because they look pretty epic. Along with that, there's a 25% chance at getting the Sandworm Egg of Protector housing item, with a limit of 1 of these per event. This is a pretty neat decorative piece to put up in your house, and you can show off how many of these events you've participated in based on how many of them you have on display. And finally, there's a 2% chance of getting your hands on the mini Shana Shen helm skin if you ever wanted to roleplay the Sandworm. Your chance at getting this skin will increase with each successful run, and if you still haven't gotten it after 30 boxes, it's a guaranteed roll. This is always a nice addition to have, as back in the day, there was no pity system, and some people would spend days grinding events without getting the unique piece they were after. This skin also has a limit of 1 of per event. This isn't really anything I would wear personally, but I could see some people being able to make use of it in their transmog. If you're a veteran of the game, and you're wondering if this event will be worth your time or not, let's quickly look at what has changed this time out. For starters, the rewards are the same as last year, so other than grabbing another piece of egg furniture for your house, and grabbing any transmog you missed, there's nothing really worth it there for you. There are some decent items you can pick up to sell on for a bit of gold coins, and if you're still under 700 gear score, there's some decent pieces of gear you could pick up. Plus there's a ton of dark matter to be earned if you still need that. As for what's actually changed, the devs stated the only change this time out is that the rewards have all been upscaled to gear score 700, and there's now a daily chance at earning 710 gear score items. For me, there's nothing really I need from this event. I'll just pick up another egg and move on from it, but hopefully there's some useful rewards in there for some of you older players out there. But that covers all things Siege of Sulfur and New World. I hope you enjoy your time with this event. I always find it fun, as I'm into wave defense games, plus the transmog you get from it is pretty neat. If you have any questions regarding the event, feel free to ask them in the comments below. I'll try to answer all of them to the best of my abilities. And let me know if this is your first time running this event, or how many eggs you have collected in your house already. Also, if the video was of any help, please consider dropping a like on it and subscribing to the channel. But until next time, have a good one. Thanks for watching another video. Real quick while I have you, I'd like to show you my new website I put together called New World Guides. This site was constructed with the purpose of organizing the guides I've made related to New World over the years into a very easy to use experience. Whether via the artifact list page, which allows you to see all of the artifacts currently in New World, sorted by what their gear type is, and lets you learn more about them. Or via the gold guides page, which has all of my money making method videos sorted into categories so you can find your next moneymaker based on what activity you like to do the most. If you're extremely new to the game, you can even check out a personal favorite page of mine called New Player Guide. I'm constantly being asked for new player advice, so I put together this page of step-by-step advice I would give and a list of guides I would recommend you watch in order to fully get you up to speed with all things New World. There's something on this site for everyone, whether you're looking for lore, transmog inspiration, event guides, or even if you just want to check out the series I've made related to New World over the years. You can find it all at newworldguides.com. Come check it out. The site will be linked now in the top right and video description. Hope it can help some of you out. I'd also like to give a massive shout out to all the channel members and patrons seen on screen now. Links on how to become one in the video description. If you'd like to learn how to make gold coins by soloing bosses, click on the playlist to the left. Or, if you'd like to follow me on a lore journey through the main story quests of New World, click on the playlist to the right.